Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for tonight's coverage of the Hoosier Open Wheel 410 Series. Tonight, these 410 sprint cars will be taking on Lucas Oil Speedway. Apologies for the later start. Did have some technical difficulties with internet, but I have gotten things fixed, and we should be good to go for tonight's broadcast. So we have our first heat race underway. It's Joseph Smith, Vinny Sansone, Graham Huffman, Jay Schaff, who was your fastest qualifier, Tyler Flynn, and Cody Parmley. That is your 6 drivers that make up this first heat race. So here we go. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway for our first heat race. Joseph Smith leads the field off of turn number 2. We are side by side on the backstretch for second. That's Sansone, or Huffman, on the bottom. Gets a little bit squirrely, hits one of the tires, and so he will concede that position over to Sansone, who will set his sights now on Joseph Smith for this race lead. We see Schaff has worked his way now up to third, working that bottom lane. He's able to get clear of the 5, and will now try to track down Sansone for that second place spot. 13.57 was the fastest lap time of the heat race so far, set by Schaff. But Joseph Smith continues to lead with 5 laps to go. He's got Vinny Sansone breathing down his neck as they take things through turns 3 and 4. Watch out for Schaff. He's looking underneath the 80. He's to that left rear as they take it through 1 and 2. They are wheel to wheel. Tight quarters. Oh, they touch! Contact between Schaff and Huffman, or excuse me, and Smith. Tried to slide it up the racetrack, slid into Huffman, and so that'll give Sansone the lead. Schaff is in second, 2 laps to go. Sansone continuing to turn some good laps. Schaff not able to reel in the 80. And Huffman ripping the cushion on the outside. Final lap. One more time around for Sansone. A chance at the pole. Some great track position as he chases his first win of the season. He'll make it around, taking the checkered flag. Sansone able to get it done. Schaff brings it home in second, after having to work his way up from 4th. Graham Huffman 3rd. Saw Joseph Smith lost 3 spots, finishing 4th. And now we move on here to heat number 2. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, that's Wade Fields in the 71. Indy Race Parts Esports driver. His Indy Race Parts Esports teammate Noah Bowman is on his outside in the 24. 3rd is the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt. 4th, Ryan Caldwell. And rounding at your top 5, that's Kamikaze Motorsports' J.D. Myers in the 21. And then last but not least, in 6th, rounding out the field, that's Tom Ostendorf in the 32. So here we go, Wade Fields. Again, leading the field to the green. Last week's winner, Noah Bowman, on his right shoulder. Talk about that more a little bit later, but Eldora last week, Noah Bowman put on an absolute masterclass, picked up the win. Obviously, first win of the season because it was the first race of the season, but definitely some good momentum heading into this next race. Although Lucas Oil, Eldora, 2 very different racetracks. Can't drive either of them the exact same. So here we go. Pace truck is in. And green flag is out. There's that white and black number 71 leading the field into turns 1 and 2. Noah Bowman fighting hard on the outside. He's all over the back bumper of the 71, sending it down to the bottom of the racetrack. He will slide up clear of Wade Fields and lead that first lap. Fields tucking in line into second place. We see Caldwell in 3rd, but he's got J.D. Myers on the bottom, trying to see what he can do. Caldwell, though, has the nose on the outside. He gets clear of Myers. He's gained 1 spot now in this race. Bowman with the fastest lap time of this heat race so far, 13.77. Caldwell, he's fast, though. He was the second fastest qualifier. So he's trying to get back up through the field after that invert. There you go. 13.71 was the time turned by the 24 that time by. He's getting closer and closer to that back bumper bar of the 71. Just looking to see what Fields is doing, where he's leaving a gap for that sprint car to fit. We see Caldwell ventures to the top side. He's to the outside of the 71 now. They remain side by side on the backstretch. Fields continues to have the nose. But there's Caldwell. Massive run off the corner. He will clear Fields and make his way to that runner-up spot now. Caldwell setting his sights on your race leader, Noah Bowman. Only 2 laps to get there. You also see the battle for 4th. There's Reinhardt to the bottom. And he is able to get clear of J.D. Myers for that 4th place spot. White flag is in the air. 13.56, fastest lap time of the race for Caldwell. But it is not going to be enough. Noah Bowman will take the heat race number 2 win. Oh, no, he'll have a prime starting position over in that 2nd place spot. Gonna have heat number 3 now. Stout field in this one. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 54 of Cody Terry. On his outside, it's the B-Main Bandits driver of Andrew Thornton in the 31. 3rd is the 77 of Trey Paseka. 4th is Trevor Royer in the 90. And rounding out your top 5, that's Bruce Klingen in the 18. And then rounding out the field in the number 6, that's Austin King. So Cody Terry, number 54 on the ticker, 33 on the track. Gonna have to hold off some stout competition. Deuce Race fan said, "What happened, bro?" Talking about Glenn Reinhardt picking up a ton of speed on those last few laps. Just starting in the rear, and heat number 2 ended up grabbing a 4th place finish. Green flag is out. There's Terry leading the field. Oh, and it's 4 wide, car into the outside wall. That's Trevor Royer. And that was a hard hit. He will disconnect. Show goes on. Cody Terry going to lead that first lap side by side for second. Oh, Thornton takes liftoff off the back bumper. And that will give the lead to Andrew Thornton. So now Bruce Klingen trying to get to that 1st place spot. Cody Terry falls to 3rd. Paseka in 4th. Fastest lap time of the race, 14.13 there for Klingen. It's been a wild heat number 3. Heats 1 and 2 fairly tame, but just those first 2 laps alone was a ton of carnage, especially heading into turns 1 and 2. That was much to the dismay of Trevor Royer, who had a hard hit. Everybody else has been able to keep things rolling. Klingen trying to reel in Thornton. Not able to do so. Field has gotten pretty spread out. Looks like Austin King off pace a little bit in that 5th place spot. Yeah, I don't know if there's any catching Andrew Thornton here. He's checked out. A 2nd lead over Bruce Klingen. And I'm sure Andrew Thornton is hoping that he can continue to do this in the race. He will take the white flag, able to navigate through the carnage of those first 2 laps. Just got to make 3 and 4 nice and smooth. He'll do it. Andrew Thornton grabs the heat race number 3 win. Klingon brings it home in second. Picked up 3 spots after starting in 5th. Trey Paseka 3rd. Cody Terry winds up 4th. Austin King in 5th. And then heartbreak for Trevor Royer. So there we go. That'll do it for our heat races. The starting lineup for the feature is set. So we are going to have a 10-minute warm-up just to give these drivers one last opportunity to get their setups dialed in. This is an open setup league. So it's not only about who can be the best driver, but who can be the best setup builder, adapt to the track. But quickly, I started the stream a little bit late, so we didn't really get to talk about what happened last week at Eldora. The 30-lap feature, we saw 2 cautions, 2 lead changes, but the most dominant driver was by far Noah Bowman. He led 28 laps of the 30 after starting in second. Finishing second was Vinny Sansone. Third was Jackson McLean. Fourth was Wade Fields, and rounding out your top 5, that was Jay Schaff. Cody Parmley started on the pole. He wound up 9th, 1 lap down. So after that race, here's the point situation. Noah Bowman is your point standings leader, obviously, with that race win. He's got a 3-point lead over second place Vinny Sansone. Jackson McLean is 11 points behind in 3rd. 17 points behind in 4th is Wade Fields. And rounding out your top 5, 21 points behind, that is Chase Schaff. That was definitely a big win for Noah Bowman. Ran a great race for sure. Just hoping to rebound and build off of that tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the track that we are racing at tonight. At almost 4/10 of a mile. 12 degrees of banking in the turns, 4 degrees on the straightaways. Tonight we're here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks, Lucas Oil Speedway. It's in the heart of the Ozark Highlands. It's got tight corners, but thrilling action. It gives fans plenty of action on race day. And it gives this track the nickname, the Diamond of Dirt Tracks. Definitely going to be a fun one. Now, these USAC 410 sprint cars, always a lot of fun. More power, more speed. The USAC 410 is the ultimate non-winged dirt car. If you don't drive the car right, won't care how you drive it at all. So you got to drive the car like you stole it and make sure you wear a smile on your face. It's got a stock Bach push rod V8 engine and over 800 horsepower. These cars that weigh more than 1,500 pounds shoot off like a rocket thanks to its 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration time of 2.2 seconds. Even though it has a big 30-gallon fuel tank for its fuel capacity, these 410 non-wing sprint cars really put on a fantastic show for the drivers and fans that love to see action at a high-speed pace like never seen before. To many people that drive these monsters, they are hard to tame and is equally as hard to control. You can see it. These cars certainly are a handful. They're a blast to watch. Yeah, that's crazy. Just listening to that 2.2 0 to 60 acceleration, over 800 horsepower. These are definitely monster machines. Currently in this warm-up, Ryan Caldwell is on the top of the board with a 13.87. Less than 1/100th of a second behind him is Noah Bowman. Graham Huffman is 3rd. 4th is Vinny Sansone. And rounding out your top 5, that is Trevor Royer. I appreciate everybody tuning in to us here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Apologies again for the later start and the fact that we were not on Twitch or Facebook to start this first race. So thank you for checking us out. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also, make sure to go and check out our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. You can find cool merchandise. And also, make sure to contact us if you have a business, race team, or anything else. We do custom shirt printing. So we can get you your desired shirts and merchandise. We do shirts, hats, sweatshirts, whatever you want. We've made merchandise for many racing teams and businesses. So definitely go check that out. Saw the logo on your screen. Got to give a big thank you to Indy Esports for their support of the Hoosier 410 series. They are the official esports team of Indy Race Parts. Go check them out on Facebook. Link is in the description. A lot of drivers here in the Hoosier Open Wheel 410 series are a part of Indy Race Parts Esports. As you can see, Noah Bowman, Jay Schaff there on our grid. Wade Fields, 3 of the drivers, part of Indy Race Parts Esports. But on the pole, it's going to be the 80 of Vinny Sansone on his outside. That is the Indy Esports driver of Noah Bowman, last week's winner in that 24. Third is Andrew Thornton in the 31. B-Man Bandits driver. Fourth is Indy Esports driver Jay Schaff in the number 3. And running out your top 5, that's Ryan Caldwell. Sixth is Bruce Klingon in the 18. In 7th, it's the 7 of Graham Huffman. 8th is Indy Esports driver Wade Fields in the 71. 9th is the 77 of Trey Paseka. And rounding out your top 10, it's the B-Main Bandits Joseph Smith in the 50. 11th is Glenn Reinhart in the 19. 12th is Cody Terry in the 54. 13th, Cody Parmley in the 16. 14th, J.D. Myers, Kamikaze Motorsports driver in the number 21. Rounding out your top 15, Austin King. 16th is Tyler Flynn. 7th is Tom Ostendorf in the 32. And rounding out the field in 18th, that's the 90 of Trevor Royer. So here we go, 30 laps to settle things. We've got 17 fast sprint cars out there on the racetrack. All of them will definitely be in the mix. Pace car making that hard right turn onto pit road. Pit road is on the outside of the racetrack, so a little bit more of a pain to get onto if you find yourself with some damage. So Vinny Sansone, Noah Bowman, your front row. Bridesmaid last week. Sansone next to the winner last week. Bowman, green flag is in the air. And Vinny Sansone leads your wild field of sprint cars into turns 1 and 2. He takes the lead on the backstretch. Noah Bowman there in second. There's Schaff flying around the outside in third. Sansone, there's Bowman to the outside. Ripping the cushion, he flies around the 80. And he will take your race lead. Sansone trying to salvage and stay in second. But Schaff also quick on that outside lane. He's able to get to the outside of the 80. Wheel to wheel through 1 and 2. Motoring off. Schaff has got a great drive. And he will get clear of Sansone. Oh, in the outside wall a little bit. That costs him some momentum. Sansone snatches the second place spot back. And we see Schaff quickly gaining his momentum back, running up against the cushion on that high side. And watch out, Andrew Thornton trying to make some moves in fourth there. Schaff has caught the left rear of the 80, just being patient with his move here. He looks to the bottom of the racetrack. Sansone still with the nose on the outside. We see Schaff planning his move, looking for that gap. See Sansone continues to remain clear of the 3. Here's Cody Parmley underneath Andrew Thornton there for that 4th place spot. He's gained 9 spots in the race so far after starting in 13th. Biggest mover of the race by a wide margin. And Parmley looks like he's not done yet. He's closing in on Sansone for that 3rd place spot. Running that bottom lane. Looks like between the heat races and this race, in that little warm-up period, he might have found some speed. That's 16. Great drive there on the bottom lane. Sansone still clear of him on the outside. There's Huffman, able to get by Ryan Caldwell for that 6th place position. He's trying to break into the top 5. He's just got to get by Andrew Thornton. Oh, he hits one of the infield tires. So that slows his momentum. Caldwell heads back to the top side. See Wade Fields there as well. Got 20 laps to go in this race. Noah Bowman, 2-second lead over your second-place driver, Jay Schaff. But he has got some lap traffic he's got to deal with. Oh, they touch hard into the outside wall. That's Austin King. He's on his roof. Caution is out. Ouch. Take a look at the replay there. There's King. He's got Bowman behind him, looking to put him a lap down. And Bowman just slides up into his back bumper. But he keeps it straight. Bowman then looks low on the backstretch. They're 3 wide. And you see this, and like, this can't go well. And Bowman just slides up into the left front tire of King. That gets him all out of sorts into that outside wall, flipping him onto his roof. Tough one for driver number 6, Austin King. Noah Bowman wasn't affected by that too much. He will stay in the lead. So lights are out on the pace car, getting ready to go back green. Take that right turn onto pit road. My apologies, they keep calling it the pace car. Pace truck. It's Noah Bowman, Jay Schaff, Vinny Sansone, Parmley, Thornton, green flag, back in the air. Let's finish out this race. 18 laps to go as Bowman crosses the line. And there's Sansone trying to get back by Schaff for that second place spot. But the momentum right now on that high side. Jace doing a great job up there on the cushion. And he is able to get clear of Sansone there for that second place spot. Now Schaff closing in on Noah Bowman for this race lead. He pushes way up the racetrack. Loses a lot of momentum, and that'll open the door back for Sansone to try to make something happen on the bottom lane. But Schaff will remain ahead in second for the time being. Sansone drives hard off the corner to the left rear of the 3. He's got the nose. Schaff fighting back on the outside. 15 laps to go. Time is running out for both of these guys to try to reel in Noah Bowman. Noah already a second lead. Still Schaff has the nose on the outside. Oh, but he taps the outside wall, and that opens the door for Sansone on the bottom. Hopping the cushion. Goes Jay Schaff. And Sansone held strong on the bottom. He's able to get clear of the 3. He said, hey, I'm going to stay down there. But there's Schaff. Back around the outside. It just looks like there Sansone is getting off the corner so much better than the 3. Schaff just really snappy. Obviously, these are dirt cars. But just looks like Sansone is able to drive off much better. Still, Schaff with the nose on the outside. He is able to get clear of Sansone. Takes that sole possession there of the second place spot. Now he's just got to hang on to it for 10 more laps. He's hoping that he can reel in the 24 of Noah Bowman, but it's looking like he may need a caution to do that. Now Vinny Sansone is back on the attack. He's closed back in on the 3. Oh! And Schaff and Sansone are going to get that caution that they wanted. As the yellow flag is out, looks like Graham Huffman had an accident. There's that 5. He's by J.D. Myers there. And Huffman Entering about the middle of the racetrack. And here comes the 19. He's got a full head of steam. That's Glenn Reinhardt. And just slams into that left rear of the 5, sending him around. I don't know if maybe he wasn't expecting him to check up that much in the corner, but that's what brings us back under caution. So Noah Bowman remains your race leader. Lights are off on the pace truck. It's Bowman, Schaff, Vinny Sansone, Cody Parmley, Andrew Thornton. That makes up your top 5. So here we go. We're going to have an 8-lap shootout to decide this thing. Green flag is back in the air. There's Noah Bowman. Getting there into turns 1 and 2. Jay Schaff, second place. Sansone all over his back bumper. He looks to the bottom of the racetrack. They're side by side off of turn number 2, but a great head of steam there off the corner will give Schaff sole possession of that second place spot for the time being. Got some other side by side battles behind them. Klingon, Caldwell. Caldwell able to get to that top 5 spot. Andrew Thornton fell from 5th to 8th there on that restart. Now there's J.D. Myers in the 21. Trying to stay ahead of Thornton there. Caldwell was closing in on Parmley there for the 4th place spot. But now he's under pressure from Klingon. And he is able to get clear. So now Bruce Klingon up to position number 5. Trying to catch Parmley before this race is done. To maybe up his position. Glenn Reinhardt, after that incident, working his way back up through the field. Next car he's caught is Andrew Thornton. But 3 laps to go. Noah Bowman, almost a second lead over second. Now it is a second lead over Jay Schaff. Started this race in second, quickly took the race lead. And since then, it's just been a dominant performance. He will take the white flag. Just got to have 4 more good corners. Up there on the top side. Down the backstretch. Keeping it up there against the cushion through 3 and 4. Number 24 going to get 2 in a row. 2 different tracks. Noah Bowman will win it here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Jay Schaff will bring it home in second. Vinny Sansone third. We see Cody Parmley finishes 4th. And Bruce Klingon will round out your top 5. Cody Parmley, biggest mover of the race, 9 spots. We won't be interviewing him, but very impressive nonetheless. Worked his way up through the field from 19th, or excuse me, from 13th. So we see second place finisher Jay Schaff already in the booth. Let's pull him in and talk to him. Driver from Mitchell, Indiana. Jace, this is Atlanta, the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I sure do. How's it going?
Doing pretty good up here in the broadcast booth, and looks like you were doing pretty good out there on track this evening. Started there in that 4th place spot, quickly got up through the field, and then for the rest of the race, it was pretty much you and Vinny battling side by side for a lot of it. You on the top, him on the bottom, and you were just able to prevail. Also had some good restarts there with those cautions. So just walk us through that race and just having to fight hard the whole time side by side with Vinny.
Yeah, so me and Vinny were going back and forth, dude, and I knew I couldn't come down. I wanted to come down so bad in 1 and 2, and I knew he was down there. I couldn't just come down. So on that restart there, it's like 10 or 12 laps to go, I believe. That saved me a big time because I wanted to hit that bottom of 1 and 2 like I was doing those last few laps. And I thought I had something on Noah, but he was so consistent running that top. It was hard to pass him, get to him at least.
Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout outs you'd like to thank?
Yeah, my Indy Race Parts Esports team for all they do for me, and Noah and Wade, all those guys, Richie. I appreciate them all.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the runner up tonight. Have a great rest of your night, Jace.
Appreciate it. You too.
Thank you. All right, now he's into the broadcast booth. Let's talk to your third place finisher, grabbing a second podium finish. That's Vinny Sansone. Vinny, it's Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, great run tonight, bringing it home for another podium after last week's second at Eldora. Was one position back from where you were last week, and just the whole race, talked to Jace about it. You were just fighting hard side by side with him the whole time, him on the outside, you on the bottom, and you were making the bottom work for a lot of it, kept it really close, but ultimately, and after a few restarts there, he was able to prevail there for second. So just looking back on that whole race and just having to battle, I mean, was there anything you could have done, and just kind of walk us through just that whole thing there with Jace? That was great racing.
Yeah, definitely worked hard just to try and establish my third, essentially starting from the pole. Kind of disappointing to throw that away like that. Opportunities, you got to take advantage of them, and I just did not have the car set to run the top, and that kicked in real early there, and knew I was in trouble. Had to adjust some things, and then just run the best I could, which was right around the tires. And I was kind of hoping it might come back. They might come back to me even more there, but I mean, no, it was just strong, and Jace there too. He had something figured out after that last restart as well. So I was just trying to protect and hold on to my third.
Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Just thanks to Wade and everybody at Hoosier Racing here with our non-wing league here, and thanks to you guys for broadcasting and showing, putting it out there what kind of racing we got here and the group of guys, and just appreciate everybody tuning in.
It was definitely fun to watch that battle there with you and Jace. So congrats on the third. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, sir.
And now let's talk to your winner for the second time in a row to start the season. 2 wins. And from Springfield, Illinois, let's talk to Noah Bowman. Noah, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, 2 in a row, 2 very different tracks, and did the same thing, just absolutely dominated. Started, on outside pole, quickly got around Vinny, and after that, you just ripped that outside, ripped the top lane, and just, even with the restarts, just kept Jace and Vinny at bay. So, I mean, what do you think made tonight the night for, 2 in a row, and what'd you like about this track?
Probably starting position. Kind of sucked in qualifying and got a lucky invert spot in the heat race and got out front in that, won that, and started second and just bided my time and searched the track. I was kind of skeptical for the bottom to be in because the top of 1 and 2 is just so slick. It was so easy to slide off of it. So kind of just searched around and tried to keep my momentum up as best as I could, try to run away from them.
Now, is there any sponsors or shout-outs for your win?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Wade for putting this on, you for streaming it, and Indy Race Parts Esports, Red Driver Marketing Solutions, and Moza Racing, everyone who helps me out.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on 2 in a row. Hopefully, we'll talking to you with 3 in a row next week. So have a great rest of your night, Bowman.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Well, that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. One more time, congratulations to Noah Bowman on his second win of the season. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to watch tonight on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on whatever platform you are checking us out on. Make sure to check out our website, intensitybroadcasting.com. Visit our Twitter page, IntensityBroad1. Got to give a big thank you, obviously, to Hoosier for letting us do their broadcast. Thank you to Indy Esports for partnering with the league. Make sure to check out their Facebook page. Link is in the description. Turn your notifications bell. We will be back with the 410 series next week at Kokomo. So we hope to see you there. I'm Matt Lietman-Least on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Over and out.